For Laxman, who is the new CEO of Starbucks, the honeymoon is officially over. So we had three companies, QSR, Cisco, presented at the JP Morgan conference. I forget who it was. Morgan Stanley conference, sorry. And Starbucks was one of them. And Laxman gave a very sobering presentation, very different than a few weeks ago on the earnings call where everything was great. So he talked about challenges in the U.S. market, so acknowledged what we were seeing and talking about in the slowdown in the U.S., operational issues in China, and that market's not recovering, no surprise there. And then actually talked about geopolitical and economic uncertainties around the world, frankly. So it was a sobering presentation. We are short Starbucks, as you know, Keith.
When a company does that, it's like the U.S. government buying their way out of not having a recession. You just use the balance sheet, you do deficit spending, and voila, you didn't have a recession yet. But again, that's like imminently. If you have revenue slowing and earnings slowing, you can beat the quarter by just borrowing from your shareholders and buying back the stock. I mean, it's the world we live in. Hopefully, everybody on the call is figuring the game out. Again, don't forget Wall Street, the business of selling you stock.
Keith, one of the I had a client meeting yesterday with Gene, and we talked about talking with management teams as part of your process. And you can ding me here and say that I don't do my work. I call bullshit on that because I do a lot of work. But talking with management teams is not part of it. I was part of a management team once, and I know the bullshit that they spew out, and they tell you what they want you to believe, and they come across as good guys, and they come across as being very believable. You get to be CEO of a company by being a salesman, and you sell your story to investors, and investors tend to believe what CEOs tell them, and CEOs, at least in retail, have zero visibility, zero. So you got to do your own work. Don't believe the management or shit. There are times you believe it, but you got to believe your own work and your own research, and not what a management team spews on a conference call or in a double secret one-on-one at a Morgan Stanley conference.
As you would in anything else in your life. And Wall Street, you're playing that same game. You would not walk up to a car dealership without those assumptions, would you? Like, unless you're an idiot, right? Unless you're the silver spoon kid that has a check from mommy and you're going to go buy whatever car you want anyway. Like, in no other part of your life do you not have street smarts and not learn these lessons. On Wall Street, people get paid more money than anywhere else in the world to deceive you, to lie to you, to come up with rainbow and puppy dog assumptions that they themselves don't know are lies. I mean, you can do this. Everybody can do this. That was a very good lesson, Brian. Thank you.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.